The Villages, Florida. Tell us all about the Villages, Florida. I'm looking forward to you chatting about this and stuff.
The Villages, Florida is like the most famous retirement community in the entire state. It's awesome. With a population of about 132,000, it grows by about 4,500 annually. Now, the Villages, it has multiple locations. There's currently 3 of them built, and they're like little cities. It's really cool. So there's extensions that go everywhere from Lake County to Marion County to Sumter County, and they kind of sprawl into all 3 of those. Definitely a golf community, definitely a fun community, definitely an eating community. Tons of different restaurants. As far as your dining choices, you have over 100 to choose from. That's just on the Villages property. Over 100 restaurants, 96 recreation centers. It's over 50 golf courses. There's 2,400 organized clubs, which is awesome. So if you're the type of person that wants to go somewhere to be social, this is definitely the place to come. There's more than 100 tennis courts. There's 200 pickleball courts, 6 dog parks, several swimming pools. There's bocce ball. Let's see, what else do we have?
Yeah, there's the list. There's like softball, bowling, cycling, running.
Yeah, softball. Yeah, all of that. So softball, bowling, cycling, running. There's dog walks. There's over 100 miles of paved sidewalk dedicated to just that. Whether you want to drive your golf cart up it, whether you want to walk your dog or go for a jog or ride your bike, they got over 100 miles of paved sidewalk for that. So that's something really special.
Yeah, there's so many things to do. We'll pop that list up, and then we'll also pop up a map so we can see how that looks, like or where the Villages is, and like kind of the respective boundaries and stuff. The different regions of the Villages. Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that.
So we have Spanish Springs, we have Lake Sumter Landing, and we have the Brownwood Paddock Square. Now, each of those has its own unique features about it. It's really cool. Everything from the architecture of the buildings to just the way that they do up the sidewalks and the way that they lay the streets. They're like their own little special town. There's really nothing else like it. The amount of detail, like the amount of attention that they give to every little detail in the city is really what makes it special. You have a place called McCall's Tavern, which is my favorite place to go because it's restaurant, it's bar, and bowling all attached together. So it's a good time there. People are super laid back. It's really cool.
That's awesome. What's like the general style of houses that are there? What does it look like and stuff?
So it's more relevant to the time that they were built. Now, in each of the divisions, there's not a whole lot of difference between the types of houses. It's whatever's more modern. So your houses that were built in the 90s are going to look like 90s houses. Your newer constructions are going to have the more updated features to them. So you can find consistency all through.
Very cool. No, we'll throw some photos up too of how those look and stuff. With regards to like the costs and the housing costs and stuff, what does that look like?
You have everywhere from $100,000 houses to over $1 million. So pretty much any price point that you're trying to get into, you can find a house in that price point.
Yeah. No, for sure. I guess it's cool. It seems like a really awesome spot to live. If you guys, there's that Seinfeld episode where Kramer goes down to live in the Villages or the Florida retirement community and stuff. What's your experience been like visiting the Villages, Chris?
It's so much fun. So I got introduced to the Villages. I used to date a reporter for the Daily Sun out there. And so she brought me out there, and there's just nothing like it. Yeah, it's a retirement community, but the amenities there are open to everybody. So I've gone there and I've hung out at the local restaurants. There's a chocolatier place called Kilwins where they make all their own chocolate, homemade ice cream, stuff like that. They have the Old Mill Playhouse movie theater, the Rialto movie theater, and like they're different themes of like way back, like almost it's like the times. The time frame that they did the Tower of Terror in, where they're like really old school dressed up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just really cool. The different themes that they have for everything there is super. There's vendors, they set up booths, all sorts of stuff. There's never a dull moment there. But then if you want to just hang out in the residential area, and have some quiet time, you have that available to you. Because some people, they hear some of this stuff and all the excitement that goes on in the villages, and they think, oh man, that's a lot of noise, but it doesn't have to be. It's everything that you want it to be and then some.
It seems like people are living their best life in the villages.
Yeah. And it's super safe too. According to FBI crime data, it's the safest metropolitan statistical area in Florida.
That's really cool. Yeah, I love that. There's like that fun fact about the survival rate if somebody has a heart attack. Or tell us about that. This is like, and the reason why there's like
yeah, so they say that the reason that, like, so if you have a cardiac arrest, the survival rate for sudden cardiac arrest is about 44%, which is higher than the national average of 6%. And that can be attributed, a lot of that can be attributed to the fact that most of these people are CPR certified, AED certified, stuff like that. So you got people taking care of each other, which is absolutely amazing, because not only do you have a place that is safe from everything surrounding it, but the people within also help each other. It's a community. It should be.
Yeah. No, that's so cool. Yeah, it looks like there's bunch of fire stations. Yeah, like very safe, which is always a bonus living somewhere.
Absolutely.
For what about, okay, so living there, visiting for people, visitors and stuff, like how does that look if I'm living there or if I want to move there and I want someone to be able to visit me and stuff?
In order to live there, you must be 55 or older. And if you're going to have someone come stay with you who is not 55 or older, they cannot be there longer than 30 days. So if you want to have the grandkids come visit you for a couple weeks, that's fine, but they're not going to stay there for a month.
Got it.
Essentially. Yeah.
That's actually probably a good rule to have in general.
Yeah. With these communities, people pay to have the quietness, when they pay to have the exclusivity, and you worked hard all your life. The Villages has one of the highest concentrations of veterans of anywhere in the world.
Oh, wow.
You ought to have that peace and quiet if you want it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's super cool. Any other like fun facts from the Villages?
Yeah, 693 golf holes in the Villages community. You could play 18 holes a day and play golf for 38 days straight and never repeat the same hole twice. It's like golf paradise. It's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then another fun fact, this one would actually be about myself, is most people know me from the orthopedic rehab community, because I've done balance rehab and orthopedic work for the last 6 years, and most of my clients are of retirement age. And so not only do I help people get homes in the Villages, but I make sure that they can get around those houses. I make sure that they can get up and down off the floor of those houses. I make sure they can climb the stairs of those houses. So it's cool because, it's not only does it give you a place to live, keeps you alive.
Yeah. No, it's so good. I love, your background, like to be able to, you like understand so well the community.
Yeah, man, they laid the foundation that you and I stand on today. And I feel like it's important that we give back to them through stuff like that. They looked out for us. They made sure that we had a place to rest our heads at night. And they're getting into those upper golden years that everyone dreads. And so making sure that they have the ability to maintain their independence, maintain their confidence, and their ability to keep themselves safe, and all that's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to end up in a retirement home.
No, for sure. I love that, man. So if you're coming from up north, or if you're coming from maybe a different part of the U.S., what should you expect when living in the Villages? Or like that transition that moving to the Villages?
I'd say expect to bring some sunglasses and bring a camera with you. You're going to have a good time. It's so funny going downtown there and there being live music on the square, and you got all these retired folks and they are dancing their butts off. It's so cool to see, because people my age don't dance that well, but they actually have like line dancing classes that you can take in the Villages. So that way, whenever you go downtown, 30 people all doing the same dance, you can jump in without missing a beat. Yeah, it's cool, man. So I don't know, it's like the ultimate social gathering. There's all sorts of exclusive clubs, and then of course it's super safe, and it's all about community, man. It's all about community. You're like one big family there.
Yeah, that's so good. Oh, I want to move there already. No, I have to wait.
I want to go. Yeah, exactly. We got a couple more years. We'll be there though.
Oh, good stuff. Cool. Chris, thanks for sharing about the villages. Really appreciate it.
Oh, of course.
Cool.
What's up, guys? Chris the Ocala Realtor here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the next one. And don't forget to subscribe.